Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be watching my karate combat debut. This is my first time watching this, and Karate Combat has been kind enough to provide me with this footage so that we can watch it together and I can take you through what I'm seeing. If you like this fight, you will definitely like all their fights. Very exciting. And make sure that you head over to their website. I will link that down below. And here we go. Start of the fight. My opponent, Bruno Assis from Brazil. He was 5-1 within the pit. He had fought for the title. That was his one loss, where he came out with not getting the belt, but tough opponent. And I will be breaking down tomorrow the whole fight, like actually what happened. But right now, today, we're just watching, and I'm going to give you my impressions as I view this for the first time. Now, Bruno, we knew going in, very aggressive opponent. Hits really hard, likes to get into a scrap. Works well for me because I like putting on an exciting fight, and I didn't really want to chase somebody around the ring who was going to just be throwing side kicks and not really wanting to engage. So good first opponent, tough first opponent within Karate Combat as well. The pit is brand new to me. And it might not seem like, it's a big difference, but small little changes can make a world of difference, especially if you get in your head about it. So, yeah, it was something that I had to learn about as I was in there, pretty much. It's like, I made mistakes and adjust, but in my next fight, I will be much stronger because I've had that experience now. Every little bit of experience will add up to make me a stronger fighter within Karate Combat. Good first round so far. Still, feeling a little bit of the ring rust. Bruno has some really good techniques. One of his strongest ones is the right round kick, which he's already landed a couple times. I thought I was going to be able to catch it really easy. Nice spinning side kick there, but he was very explosive. Right here is an interesting situation because normally when I get somebody up against the edge of the ring, I can just hold them there and really work the boxing. But when you can just fall backwards, it becomes very difficult to utilize that pressure, which I normally have. And that's something that I'll have to adjust to. Very nice takedown there from him. Wasn't really, I just didn't check and didn't have my foot facing out. He took the whole leg completely from under me. And again, that's something else. I didn't train for getting taken down. I didn't think it would happen. And a mistake on my part for not training that aspect. Right there is somewhere where normally it would be great. That's my zone right there. But with him able to fall back and me not able to follow with my combos, it's difficult. It's new. It's different. But overall, the first round is very dynamic. It's been 2 years since I've been in the ring. A little over 2 years, actually. 2.5. So, I had some work to do. Getting back in there, just wouldn't say the ring rust was a big thing because I don't know if I believe in that, but just getting your timing down a little bit, relaxing, not pushing it too hard. Good first round. I want to tell you guys right now, just because I'm running up out of the pit onto the ledge, and that was surprising. I was surprised how high that was. I think like 4.5 feet, and the incline was something like 45 degrees. It was getting in and out, kind of like, boom, you have to just launch yourself in. I'm cut there. I still don't know what cut me. If it was my own hand guarding my head, he threw a shot, my own knuckles cut me, or if he landed something which opened it up. Could have been that. Didn't look like it was high enough, but hard to know. Fortunately, the cut was dealt with quite nicely and wasn't leaking down into my eye, wasn't giving me any massive issues. And, when you get cut in a fight, that's all you can really hope for. So here we go into round number 2. You see kind of like the drop into the pit. Whoa, okay. I'm heading in. There's no stopping. And I feel sorry for the smaller fighters, especially the girls coming out. If you just had a hard round and you have to throw yourself up there, it takes a little bit of energy with that angle. 45 degrees is steep. Keep in mind, like the max incline on a treadmill is 15 degrees. So it's a big difference. So round number 2. I felt like in round 2 and 3 in the fight, I started to get a little bit more comfortable, block that round kick now, whereas at the beginning I took a couple of them. just not having that ability to, like right from there, just not having the ability to train that during my camp, I just didn't really know what to do. And it just kind of threw me off a little bit. But next time now I have a little bit more experience. I'll get my jiu-jitsu coach to help me, and we'll be drilling all that kind of stuff up against the pit wall, so I can really take advantage of it and understand what I should be doing. For this one, we just basically went, when he falls there, I just need to back up. But it was hard for me because I like the pressure. I don't like letting people get away. He's fast on that round kick. He really is. He's a little wild when he throws. If I can keep everything crisp and tight, I figured that I'd be able to land the shots. I'm looking forward to doing the breakdown for you, sort of explaining what the exact game plan was and how I was able to execute in the fight, what worked well, what didn't. It's going to be a fun video to make. And then I'm definitely going to put together a video about my thoughts with karate combat, my thoughts on the rule set, possible changes that might happen in the future to the rules. Just lots of fun things to talk about this upcoming week. Nice pressure from me here. Right in that zone is where you just want to throw the knees. Not having the knees is just, in my opinion, a little odd. Maybe we'll see that introduced at some point. You know, the Kyokushin and Yoshikai karate both utilize knees greatly. So it's not brand new to a lot of the karate practitioners. Leaking a little bit more blood now, but getting some nice boxing work going. Nice spinning back fist from him. I'm glad they allowed spinning back fists. I was kind of worried they wouldn't. So that's interesting there. Right there was a big mistake on my part. Just we didn't practice any takedowns. Nice little sweep there for me. But we didn't practice getting thrown, and I just kind of stalled for a second. I was just like, oh, okay, I'll get back up, and then I got punched in the head for it. We both kind of hold our hands in a similar guard when things get dicey. Palms open, right up against the head. These gloves are not as small as MMA gloves, but they definitely provide, you can get enough protection, I feel, if you go palms to the head. Nice cross there to knock. So that might have been a knockdown, I'm not sure. But the defense is something that I really need to continue to focus on, just because the glove size changes things up. Definitely makes things more difficult than a boxing glove. But the extra little padding on the end of it makes things a little bit nicer to defend with than the normal MMA glove, which is only 4 ounces versus these Karate Combat, which are 5.5 ounces. Not a massive difference, but that extra ounce and a half is very, very helpful. Those are some nice body shots early on. Nice sweep from him there. I should have seen that coming. It wasn't like he even did one step into it. He did multiple little steps, boom, boom, and then threw me. I should have made the adjustment. But like I said, training camp was not perfect because I didn't know what to expect. And this one experience will really help me for the next one. Back down into the pit we go. Last round. I know I won the second. The first round was closer. I'd be interested to see the judges' scorecards on that one. I think I probably won it, but definitely had the second. I knew that I should still make sure I get this round, though. I didn't want to leave it up to the judges and make it a dicey decision, because I'm the new guy in Karate Combat, and I'll talk about that in another video too, a little behind-the-scenes action in terms of judges' scorecard or the decision, which you guys wouldn't know about. But it was something that will be a little surprise for you. So that'll be coming up in a future video. That jab was working quite nicely for me. The calf kicks are interesting. I got to drill those more. He did a nice spinning hook kick there. He did a good job with his cardio. I thought he would tire down a little bit more, because in some of his other fights he was breathing so hard after a round or two, but he actually looks pretty conditioned here. He's taken a couple breaths, but nothing really, really heavy. The chest isn't heaving in and out. He's able to keep his pace up, throwing back his round kicks. He did a good job with his cardio. I was impressed by that. Just over a minute and a half left in this round. I knew that I was going to have to push the pace and make sure I got this win in this round because, you know, he just has that ability to throw a couple big shots and potentially steal the round. So you just got to keep that pressure on. Just like before, we saw him throw some spinning hook kicks. Out of nowhere, he can throw something fancy. So you just got to keep going forward, making sure there's no room for the judges to make any mistakes. That one there was, you didn't really see it because it was so fast, but that was a flush front kick to the face. And he was leaning in. He's either really darn tough or it just, you know, an inch or two to the left and he would have been out. And this guy is big. I mean, we did a bigger weigh-in at 150 as opposed to my normal 142 or 145, but like I was looking at him and his neck size compared to mine was so different. His neck is so big. His head was very big too, which a lot of times when you see fighters like Masato or Buakaw, you see that big head size and the guys just are so durable, so hard to knock down. So I think he had that going for him. I've never seen him get really hurt in karate combat, and you know, I thought maybe I'd be able to be the guy to do it, but no, he's just there. He's tough. Another nice jab lands. Just good body work there. Too aggressive. The side kick lands. That's a mistake. I got to recognize that for next time. Can't pressure. And if you're going to go up to the pit, you got to go flat down like that. Or just tell the guy to get back up. Good fight. Good opponent. Very, very happy with this organization. Couple little replays here. Good digging down to the body. That side kick comes up. I'm just going to be ultra careful of that in the future. Nice little uppercut through there. Also great venue. We were fighting at the backlot on Universal Studios. Very cool. And just everything looks so professional in the event. Everybody in Karate Combat did a fantastic job of just keeping everything run so well, and I will do a video as well coming up soon about my thoughts on Karate Combat and if it's a promotion that potential karate practitioners should actually go to. Sort of spoiler, yes, they're great and I have good things to say, but I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will be back tomorrow with a breakdown of this fight.